Hi everyone. We're back with another Big Brother podcast. Have nots. We're gonna start it off by wheels. No. Let me just start by saying I'm Bobby F. J Town, your host, and alongside me, my co-host Wheels. How you doing, Wheels?
Oh, I am wonderful. I don't have to eat slop this week, so I'm okay. I mean, that's okay. We maybe have nuts, but we're always HOHs.
Just like put salt and oatmeal. That might be what slop tastes like. I don't know.
Well, the way they basically describe slop, it's just oatmeal with protein powder. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. All right. So you have the live feeds. I don't have the live feeds, so we're gonna try to stay spoiler free here. Um,
Yes, we're going to try to.
but I want your impressions. Who are your top three house guests so far?
Top three house guests. Well, I mean, you and I had this discussion pre Big Brother on our, as I like to call it, our test run,
Pilot.
and we even said it would probably change week after
Yep,
week.
definitely.
But honestly, mine hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Mine really has not changed. I mean, I have a top five, but my top three I'm going for, no surprise, are we ready? John.
Okay.
John from good old Scranton, Pennsylvania. Mr.
Really?
Rockstar Dentist. Yeah.
He's one of your favorites.
There's a reason, Bobby.
Okay.
There's a reason because, see, this is not a spoiler, folks. On the feeds, just because when you saw him on the interviews and the way he was on the intros to last week's show, this guy is not that noisy and crazy.
I still think he is. I think he's annoying as hell. His voice reminds me of Bobcat Goldthwait. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm a rockstar dentist." Like, that's what he sounds like. And during the Battle of the Block competition, did you see him on the he was like everywhere. Like he doesn't have any balance.
Well, he has better balance than Steve.
Yeah.
And hence why poor Steve and Jackie are on the block. But my second one is, of course, Mr. Pro Wrestler himself, Mr. Judas Austin.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel that guy is, just watching him from the feeds, I'm like, Bobby, you're the only one that's going to understand this one because it's a Wrestling Mayhem show reference.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like when he talks and he has these little group conversations, put DJ LB with a long wig.
Nice.
And you have Austin because he sounds just like LB. I'm like, how did LB do this? I mean, I know he has that one character, but I didn't know he's in that Big Brother house. So no surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, and Bobby, you're going to be proud of me.
Okay.
Because it's one of your picks, I think, and it's Miss Vanessa.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I've learned a lot about Miss Vanessa.
Mm-hmm.
One, she cries a lot, obviously, no?
Oh, really?
Well, she only cried like the night of the feed starting, so. Because she missed her girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But she cried for 3 hours, Bobby. I went, she has to drink water sometime to replenish all those tears. But I love her. She's great.
What they fill the fish tank with.
Oh, my God. I love that fish tank this year, too. Oh, that is a beautiful fish tank. It's a table, Bobby. It's a table.
I like that, yeah.
I'm like, who thought of this great idea? They're genius. Instead of that boring little fish tank in the corner.
Well, the house is pretty cool this year as well. Like the design of it, just really cool.
It's amazing. I mean, all the house guests loved it. Oh, see, yeah, we should have mentioned this also. I'm going to bring this up.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to bring this up. What are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on the two Amazing Race people joining the cast this year?
I think they're okay so far. They haven't really done anything to stick out, though. I don't think.
I mean, I agree with Jeff. It is. It's easy to remember because, hey, we've always had Jeffs on Big Brother some way, somehow. But he's right. Him and Jackie, anybody that sees them come into their house would want to put a target on their back because, oh, you've already been on a show of this kind of thing. And I sit there and thinking, well, if I was in a house like that, I would target them too.
And it's a different game with as far as race goes in Big Brother because Big Brother you're playing off of different people, whereas you're pretty much on your own through the whole thing.
Yeah, so that just brings in like, okay, if they're gonna have Amazing Race, they'll probably add some of the other reality show combinations of seeing how they can survive. Like maybe the whole house. This is just my speculation, folks. The whole house, maybe for the Survivor, maybe twist. Let's make everybody not eat real food, or they have to get their own food in a competition
like that. Like have like Jeff Probst come on and take over one week.
Exactly.
I don't know what other CBS reality shows there are. Maybe like a Price is Right week with Drew Carey. That would be kind of fun.
Good Lord, no.
That would be kind of fun. I love that.
A Price is. I could see him in the backyard going, all right, to get this kind of luxury, is this price higher or lower? Yeah, okay, Bobby, you're right. I agree. Now, Bobby, what are your top three, my homeboy?
My top three, still think she's going to win based on everything. Vanessa being the poker player. I think she's cool. Austin's another one of my top three. I think he's cool. And I'm going to go with I think her name is Day. They call her Day in the house.
Oh, Devon, yeah.
Devon, yeah. I like her a lot. I think she brings she's pretty funny so far.
She's feisty.
Yeah, she's really feisty. I like her. And she's playing a good social game too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I watch her on the feeds and I'm sitting there, and you probably watch it on After Dark and all that. And I'm just watching and I'm like, she's cracked me up. I'm enjoying her. A lot of the fans I'm like in these chat rooms watching, I mean, they're all complaining this cast is boring. I'm like, what are you watching?
I love tonight during the show. Like she was like Steve the nerd guy was trying to like alliance with her, and he's like, "I love you too."
Yes, I laughed my ass off when I heard that. I went, wait a minute, how the hell did I miss that on the feed?
She just cracked a smile.
That was so cute. Oh my god. There's one feed comment I'm gonna mention tonight. I swear to God, they got it. Please show it. I don't care either Wednesday or Thursday. Freaking Jace and Austin were trying to sit down on the hammock. They both sat on the same side, and they both did a backflip over the hammock. Flipped them over hard. I went, well, Austin should be used to that. That's a back bump from hell.
Wow, they'll probably show that. You know they're going to show it.
Oh God, that hammock that hammock tried to kill people today. It tried to kill Clay too. I went, that's Ian's hammock. It doesn't want anybody but Ian. Yep. Or Steve, whichever.
So keeping with the twist of the shows and stuff, who do we think the twins are in the house so far? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, honestly, I mean, just hearing who has twins, even from either their interviews or just from reading, the only ones that could honestly go for an identical that would work is Liz and her sister, I think Julia. And that's the only ones I could think that could possibly do an identical twin, which I love that they brought that back from season 5.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was thinking I was looking at Meg as my possible choice for that. I don't know if she has a twin sister or not, but that's who I thought it might be.
We could only be lucky if she does.
Yeah. It would be cool if it was Liz or Meg, one of the ladies. So it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. there's something just about Meg. Oh, she's adorable. I agree with you with your whole AT&T woman.
Yeah.
That may be yours, but Meg is mine. I want Meg. There's something about that short little hair. Oh, she put glasses on today. I went, Meg. Meg. I went, really? Why did you have to add the glasses to? And somebody mentioned it, Bobby. They mentioned it in the house. Somebody was.
You're saying,
yeah. Because they made the whole reference of Family Guy, and I went, thank you. Somebody is listening to me out there. So, yeah, that twin aspect, I honestly think it is Liz.
All right, now, you have the live feeds, like we said, every time.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of these alliances that are starting to form. Is Audrey in every single one of them?
All righty, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the hell Audrey is thinking. I think she watched a little too much of Andy Herron a couple of years ago, because I think she's thinking, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. There's a difference between her and Andy, folks, and I'm not talking about the penis. I'm talking, she has the bit of Andy and a bit of Amanda mixed into her body, and it makes her very abrasive and she's playing too hard, too fast, and everybody is seeing it in the chat rooms that I'm in the forums I'm on. I mean, and just watching the feeds, the house guests are starting to realize, wait a minute, she talks to you too, and she talks to me, she talks to this one, and it's going to bite her in the ass if she doesn't, if she does not slow down. And she said on the feed, she's like, after this week, I'll lay low. I'm sitting there thinking,
too late.
You can't lay low if you tried. I swear, Bobby, every feed I go to, I got 4 cameras, Bobby, and I swear to God, it's worse than Andy. It's like I can go into one room and just sit there and listen and watch people, and all of a sudden, there she is, and she starts talking game, and I'm like, maybe I'm glad I'm not in the house this year. There might have actually been a murder. But no, I mean, she's not that bad, but she's playing too hard, too fast, in my opinion.
I think that's what the general consensus is. She's just, and she's playing a good game, she's playing, like you said, abrasive, kind of like fast game. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see.
Yeah, and I mean, alliance-wise, I mean, honestly, it's too even early to have people put alliances until you get rid of her. I'm sorry, because she's in everything. So it's kind of hard to have your own alliance. I mean, come on, day one, her and Day and Shelly put a 3-girl alliance.
And then all of a sudden, it's gone already.
Yeah, I'm like, see? Women cannot win this game because women fight too much. Haven't you learned this? So, what are your thoughts, Bobby? Since you watch After Dark,
I like the alliance. I like that Austin and Jace's alliance is based on, well, he's gonna get all the attention, and I'm gonna lay low and just like fly by. But we're bros though. So
oh my God, the bro conversation on freaking show tonight. I'm sitting there laughing hysterically. I'm like, when the feeds turned on Thursday night or / Friday morning, that wildness that you saw tonight was there, and I'm like, yeah, Jace, if you don't calm down, you're gonna be out of there too.
I think people are starting to get annoyed. You can see that, like, the faces of the different house guests were like, yeah, I don't know about this guy. He called Colorado Rado right off the bat. I was
I'm like, dude, really? Rado?
Hating on, like, crack.
Yeah. I sat there and I looked at him, and I'm sitting there watching it, and somebody said it in the chat. I'm like, somebody is listening to me, and I'm not talking to them saying these things. But freaking Jace reminds me of Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I mean, freaking Austin just needs an overcoat and just stand in the. They just need to stand against the wall, and you would have Jay and Silent Bob in a house.
You'd need a couple pillows though for that.
Yeah. Well, he's poor Austin's on slop, so he's complaining.
Oh no!
Already, he's losing his 6-pack.
That's
I went, how the hell are you losing your 6-pack? But he wasn't that big, anyways. He was lean muscle. Yeah. So.
All right. So who do you dislike in the house this year so far?
Well, I kind of let the cat out of the bag on that one already. It's Audrey. If she doesn't learn to slow down, that dislike is going to stay with me because, I mean, it's weird that last year before, even the controversial year, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I don't want to watch the feed. I want to keep watching the feeds, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, is Audrey in one of these feeds so I can watch the other and just enjoy it? Oh, God, she's there, so I got to watch this one. I don't mind missing some of the feeds sometimes. Why? Because I'm not missing much. Because it's either Audrey talking.
The feeds are the most fun, though, because there's more people. Like, when it gets to the last bit of it, you're like, eh.
Yeah, after that, yeah, you're right. It gets boring.
It's just like, eh. So I want to keep watching this.
Yeah, but there's fun right now because right now I saw Jason James playing pool and they're being goofy and having fun, and Steve is sitting there was talking about something with Vanessa. They're sitting there just talking about life, and I'm like, see, this is interesting. Obviously, because the cameraman's on them, but soon that camera switched over to guess where. Something with Audrey. And if I didn't like my computer, I'd punch it. Even though it wasn't my poor computer's fault, so I didn't punch it. But no, I don't like Audrey. I had this weird feeling about her when I watched the interviews. I went, and people was like, oh, it's because she's transgender. No, it's because she's an asshole. Male or female, she's an asshole. You can't transgender that. If she's an asshole as a guy, she's an asshole as a woman.
True.
She's a control freak.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be a little bit of a control freak to play Big Brother, though. So
Derek was not well. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Derek was a smart control freak.
Yeah, he was a silent control freak. He did everything behind everybody, and just I still think him and Dan Giesling were the two best players to play the game ever. So,
totally agree with you right there. I totally agree. Because it's like, you can't be another Andy. Mm-hmm. And Steve cannot be another Ian.
Andy was a lot of people. And he tried to... He was a smart floater, though. He was in an alliance with everybody. But it worked to his advantage. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah. She's not a floater every alliance. She's a pot stirrer.
Yeah, she's an alliance starter. For me, like I said, I don't like the Rockstar Dentist. I'm sorry, I do not like him. I tried. It reminds me of Bobcat Goldthwait, but that's beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Bobcat Gold was funny. Okay. Yeah, okay, you're right. After a while,
you guys were starting alliance, and I'm a dentist, and I'm a rock star.
When Davon asked him, "Are you really a dentist?" He's like, "Yeah." You want me to see my retainers?
I love how the one guy was like, and he's from Scranton. He's like, that's made up because that's the town the Office was on. I started laughing.
Yep,
pretty good. But all right, so
these guys they're smart, they're funny. I mean, I do agree with a few people though. They needed a diverse crowd though. They need a little bit more age range. Not this. This reminds me of a college group. Yeah. Oh, let me mention this. The feeds turned on that day a little earlier. I looked at the house. those people are pigs already.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, the house was dirty as sin. And guess what's already there? And it's only the first week. Ants.
Oh, I heard they had ants. Yeah.
Yes, ants are already in. The BB ants are back, folks.
Ants in like a house like that that's on a studio. I wonder if they let them in if they're like sloppy or whatever.
I don't know what they do. Somebody said that studio was built on like an ant hill in a like way that when. So that's probably why they keep coming back each year.
Yeah. All right, so to wrap this up here, we're going to do our MVP this week. Who do you think was the best player? You obviously know more than I do, so you can go.
Okay, MVP. Just watching the two season premieres and the competitions, honestly, James is a beast for that little Asian cowboy that he is.
That's who I'm going to go with too. I think he's a good player. I mean, the two smallest people in the house won both HOHs. So
and the funny thing is, James won it only because oh God, Bobby, we have to mention that part. Everybody falling off.
The photo finish. Yeah, that was great.
Oh my God. I never laughed so hard. I went, wow, they all just fell off the same time.
How long did it take to deliberate on that, I wonder?
I know, right? And then it had Austin rip the ball thing off the wall. I went, see, this is why we can't have nice things. But yes, James. I mean, he won the HOH, and I can see a lot more if they don't get him out of there.
All right, so that's gonna do it for us this week. You want to plug anything, Wheels?
You can catch us every Tuesday at sorgatronmedia.com for 5 to 6 shows that day. Mr. Bobby, which show are you on?
I am the host of Boss Battle at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com. You can follow us at InsertCoinTV on Twitter, and I am at BobbyFJTown on Twitter. Bills?
And I, every once in a while, am on the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and you can find them at Mayhem Show on the Twitters, and you can find me at Hot Wheels RWA.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Keep watching the skies. I don't know why. Goodbye.